you all today? This beautiful, beautiful day. I'll wait for a few people to get in. Oh, Tulips is already here. Hey, Tulips, it's nice to see you, my love. I hope everything is going well for you. I hope everything is going super, super. Hi, I'm driving, but I'm listening. Well, we're just going to be chatting away. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to be chatting away about, other than the people that are consistently committing crimes. And they think they're justified in doing so. Like they literally just lied under oath. But we're going to get to the bottom of it. And as soon as somebody says that there's a protective order, or they try to do an emergency protective order, and there's only one way that you can get an emergency protective order, and that's if I've threatened somebody with bodily harm, which I've never threatened anybody with bodily harm. Hell, I was married for 10 years and I've never threatened my husband with bodily harm. I mean, well, I shouldn't say that I did. I did one time, but that was because he had me arrested for throwing a plate of food, not even in his direction. But that's just domestic stuff that has nothing to do. I've never had literally. I don't threaten people. I may threaten them with a lawsuit, but that's not justified to get a restraining order. So somebody absolutely lied 100% under oath to get a temporary restraining order and try to get me to appear. Well, the bottom line is you got to be able to serve me. And I'm sorry, but your horse shit ain't going to be served to me until after the 8th. So, I guess that's pretty much a done deal. And if they pursue it any further, I'm going after them for charges, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They lied under oath. Absolutely. We'll find out who I am. Oh, they're going to be in a shit ton of trouble once we find out who they are, because I'm filing criminal complaints against everybody. Period. I'm done. I'm done. They keep trying to throw me in jail. They keep trying to interject. We know who the allegiance is to. We know what's going on. So no matter how you look at it, this is just about every case. And now they're getting more and more aggressive because they just need to try to take me out to justify $70,000. And this is a whole group of people. And, at the end of the day, I don't know if QB has anything to do with it, because I would have to think that she would have already known that, whatever. But, hey, it's nice to see you. So they're just getting themselves in more and more trouble. And trust me, this stuff does catch up. And somebody just had to literally give somebody their driver's license and lie under oath. So this is going to be very easy to resolve, and very quickly to do so, because I can prove that I've never threatened anybody, and they can't prove that what they're doing is not a lie, a flat out lie. So sorry, don't know what to say. But we finally determined what it was that was going on. So we've determined that the MO of this was to try to get this restraining order in place, which they would have never gotten it past the emergency portion, because they cannot prove their case, period. So even if I showed up, it would go away. So it really wasn't even about, it was just about trying to force me to come into Tennessee. And whenever they knew I had other court hearings and stuff like that, it was to try to hurt me. So you can see where this is all coming from. And so the bottom line is they were trying to do this. So I don't know if they actually thought they would be able to get their um, restraining order or not, but they were trying to either come to the vigil or come to the protest. And sorry, but you can't just lie under oath and think that a court's just going to listen to you. You've got to literally prove your case. Even when I can't come into court on the 8th, you've got to prove your case for an extension, and you cannot prove your case because there's no proof that I've done anything, because I've done nothing. So the only proof that they would have would be manufactured, and I can't imagine what they would manufacture. I mean, they can't manufacture videos, because anybody can go to my live videos and see what I say on any given basis. Anybody in my email can see who I email to, whatever, whatever, whatever. It's very easily proven. So there's nothing that they're going to be able to do except continuously lying under oath. And every time they lie, that's another perjury charge. So, hey, so MTB, it's nice to see you. Do we know who filed it yet? No, I don't have an idea who filed it, because I haven't been served. And so if as soon as I'm served, I will know exactly who did it. But I have a funny feeling they're not going to be able to serve me before the 8th. Like, they're idiots. They tried to do this in an effort to try to stop, like, to literally violate my civil rights. Can you imagine what I'm about to do when I find out who this person is? Like, this is beyond just a perjury charge. This is literally a civil rights issue. Um, and they're trying to prevent me from being able to go forward with the gathering of voices. The gathering of voices is going no matter what. Period. End of subject. And they just keep going and going and going, and it's just not going to work because they're evil people. God protects godly people in mysterious ways. It's funny how it works out. Um, Someone see, oh no, somebody actually lied under oath to try to get some type of emergency protective order and trying to force me to come into court in Tennessee on the 8th, but they have to serve me. And I haven't been served, so I can tell you that the nearest possibility of them service is definitely after the 8th. That's what I can tell you. But they did it. It was done literally on July 26th. So that was literally Sebastian's 5 months being missing. How disrespectful and disgraceful that is. They lied. They had to have lied under oath because the only way that they would have been able to give a temporary restraining order is if they physically felt that they were in threat of immediately, like me unaliving them. So they definitely lied under oath. So it doesn't really matter. We deal with this from they're felons. All these people that are in this, they're criminals. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about breaking the law. They don't care for the law. We are a law and order channel. We don't break the law. We definitely don't threaten people, and definitely don't threaten them with their life. So these people don't care about following the law. As you can clearly see, they break the law every chance they get. Do you remember how many, for 3 years, they kept saying, Bullhorn Betty's breaking the law, Bullhorn Betty's breaking the law? No, you guys have been breaking the law, and that's what I've been saying for a really long time. And now you guys just keep showing your hand a little bit more and a little bit more, showing the whole entire world what kind of criminals you are and what you guys are willing to do to break the law. You guys have it's disgusting. But either way, it doesn't really matter. It hasn't prevented me, nor will it prevent me from doing a damn thing. So once I find out who it is, they're done. Like, done, son. Put a fork in it, done. They will be hit with a civil suit. And it doesn't really matter because this is a close place for me to come. It's a lot different going 1,000 miles away. But if they think I'm going to keep playing this, I'll sue every last person. Keep messing with me. You guys will all have to deal with it. You can't sit here and prevent somebody from doing something illegally. There are processes to make sure that you're doing stuff lawfully. That's the whole purpose of the court hearing. You can't go in there and say, oh my God, it doesn't work like that. Judges don't go over whether you cry in front of them. You have to have a legitimate purpose and you have to be in fear for your personal safety. I have not jeopardized anybody's personal safety, nor will I. So that is the only way you can get that temporary restraining order. And not only that, but when they filed it, I wasn't even in Tennessee. I was literally sitting at my home in Florida. I can literally document every single thing that I did that day because I was online literally all day working. And as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I was doing arguing back and forth with somebody's attorney all day. So, I mean, either way you look at it, they lied through their teeth. And when I find out who they are, they're going to have a heavy cost to pay. Never mind the criminal aspect of it because they broke the freaking law. Do you think courts are a jungle gym? Do you think the courts are a jungle gym? You think they're here for your own entertainment and purposes that you can just go and willfully violate the law and there's no repercussions of it? None. Especially when you can clearly see this was done in an intentional act to keep me from exercising my constitutional rights. That's a civil rights violation. It has, Alan. It has. Because everybody keeps saying they don't do real life, but everybody does real life, right? Except the one person they kept saying went real life. And I kept saying, guys, quit listening to them. They keep telling you to look over there so you're not seeing what they're doing over here. And now that I broke away from everybody, they can't say, oh, I'm doing this or I'm doing that. I ain't doing nothing. And so now they're showing every bit of their hand because they have to keep this lie going that I do all this stuff and this, that, and the other. And it is what it is. It's a lie. It is a lie. I know this is different with people getting on you, but I couldn't believe my eyes the other day with the Florida mom who got probation for 3 years for, I wouldn't believe it either. So there must have been some extenuating circumstances of something. Your language online in Tennessee, well, think what you want. Think what you want. I can tell you nobody knows where the fuck I'm at. Not even my mods. Like I said, day late and a dollar short, boo-boo. Day late and a dollar short. So, it's a long time. It's a long time coming. Liars will always be liars, right, buddy? Absolutely. Absolutely. And people think that they can just keep doing and keep doing. I can promise you this is not over. Even when this thing settles down, it will not be over. For whoever just violated the law, I'm going to push my hand. I'm absolutely going to push my hand in this. And I'm going to make sure that whoever did that is held accountable for intentionally and willfully lying to court and having an ulterior motive in doing so. Like, this is a major issue with courts. Okay, it's called abusive process. Like, it is a civil. It is civil. So not only did you break criminal law, you broke civil law. She is from the Ukraine. Her son didn't get taken either. I'll send you the video. I'm so sick of these hate channels. They hurt the seriousness of the case because they don't care about the case. They only care about who's getting the numbers. That's real. At the end of the day, all they care about. They could care what people that actually care about finding answers go through all of this. Do you really feel that their actions portray that they really care about this 15-year-old boy or finding out any information to lead to his whereabouts? I mean, if you do, if you think that this is part of the process, just let me know. I'd like to, your opinion. Driving through bad storms. Yeah, it's been raining everywhere. They're preventing. Yeah. So they're not here to help. They never were. They're here to try to protect a criminal, Katie and Christopher Proudfoot. And they don't want to see any of this case move forward, not even the least bit, because at the end of this, Chris and Katie are going to have some explaining to do. They've already had a lot of explaining to do, and they're not coming up with great answers. They're not coming up with great answers at all. So there is that. Don't know what to say. Make money at the child's expense. Yeah. Meanwhile, our channel spends money. We spend a crap ton of money covering these cases. And we do it from the heart. And we have good people and good mods that want to always give back, that, fall in love with these cases as much as I do, that just want to help a family and do what we can to find answers when there's not a lot of resources, everybody thinks that these families, they profit somehow. It doesn't really matter. It's a mixed messaging because everybody that talks about money are on monetized channel making money. So it's a little hard to sit there and criticize a father or a mother for raising money or trying to advocate for children when they're the ones that are dealing with the emotional loss. Meanwhile, all these other people are just on the sidelines being able to poke. They are helping anybody destroy. Yeah, they're not creators. They don't create content. They steal other people's content and they criticize it. And it's not like it's under fair use criticism, because you're supposed to take a small clip of the entire body and criticize the clip. They're not doing that. They think playing your entire video and stopping here and talking about this and stopping here and talking about this is somehow fair use, and it's just not. It's just not. So I didn't get an alert. Oh, well, it might be because I went live earlier. You said restraining order for what? I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm not home. you know? So I can guarantee any possibility of serving me is going to be after the 8th. I can guarantee that. But either way, you guys know I've never threatened anybody. I've never threatened anybody with bodily harm. I mean, the worst thing I've ever said is I could care less whether a few people got hit by a bus. I mean, that's like to the extent of any threat I've ever made. Right? That's like to the extent of any threat I've ever made in my life. My goodness. This family is like the mafia. It's not them though. It's probably a content creator. I guarantee it's not. I don't think Chris and Katie would jeopardize being sued civilly. I trust me. I don't see them or their parents putting themselves their neck out because once a lawsuit goes on, I can literally dig. Nobody wants discovery, you know? And I don't see them putting their neck out there. This is a trashy piece of shit that is on those trash channels that thought they were going to be Billy Badass, and probably got some guidance because we heard somebody was in town just right before this happened. So I'm pretty sure they were guided by a man that I used to date that I'm most likely going to be suing as soon as I get home, to try to stop the rest of this nonsense from going on. He's been the instigator of a lot of stuff. Um, I just was too blind to see it a long time ago. So I'm not going to really go into it because at this point it's a legal matter between me and him. And that's kind of where I'm going to be with that conversation, period. So it is what it is. I'm late to the party. I'm late to the party too. I didn't know I was such a horrible criminal, a threatening criminal, a menace to society, if you will. A slap menace to society. I keep seeing everyone say, "Why aren't you responding to comments about?" Because it's because it's hate channels. It was all for content. They literally violated the law. They committed a misdemeanor crime, and they are doing it for a purpose to try to prevent a constitutionally allowed gathering of voices. So they're literally trying to violate my civil rights by a false restraining order. Do you not understand that this is all kinds of illegal as hell? Like I called the FBI when SF did this nonsense. The FBI. Like I don't understand what they think they're doing. Like they're stupid. I don't know what idiot would put their neck out that far in committing a crime. Like even at the bottom where they sign, it tells you what the penalty of lying is. It literally at the bottom of their form, it tells them specifically that by lying and signing this and you're testing under oath, if you are found to be untruthful, you could have up to 11 months, 29 days in jail, and up to a $2,500 fine. And it still did not prevent them, probably because some idiot told them, "Oh, they'll never do that." Well, have you known me to only go just halfway with anything? Like you're not dealing with a normal person. Like anticipate and expect to have criminal charges filed against whoever did this. And they can take that. They can clip this and take this to the court because that's about as much of a threat as I've ever given anybody on this platform. And sorry, threatening of a lawsuit is not threatening of bodily harm. I hate to burst everybody's bubble. And ignorance to the law is not a defense. 6 things the Lord hates: a proud look, a liar shedding innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that swiftly run to mischief, and one that speaks lies, one that sows discord. Exactly. They're trying to sabotage your channel. They're not going to sabotage my channel. That's why they're going to this criminal element, because they've tried to sabotage my channel for 3 years and it hasn't worked. As a matter of fact, we've been growing like crazy. So everything that they've done is blown up in their face. So now it's like, okay, like we've been dealing with the last 2 years of criminal activity now. not just, BS, so to speak. No. Oh, thank you, Oma. Oh, I love you guys too. But we will get. I promise you, I will get to the bottom of this. And when I do, if it's a resident of that county, I hope Sumner County does not prevent me from filing an affidavit against them, because that's just not the way I roll. And I will be reporting this whole entire episode to the state attorney as well. I'm not just stopping at Sumner County. I'm going straight to the state attorney when I get back to Florida. How's the baby, Betty? Oh, she's good. She's good. It was she only made one little accident on her potty pad, so she's been doing really well. Oh, thank you, Victoria. It's nice to see you. So that's kind of everything in a nutshell, everything in a freaking nutshell. And still nothing happening. Nothing gonna happen. I can promise you they're looking right when I'm looking left. Like, they have literally no earthly idea. Had I not said I was at my mom's, they would have no clue, you know? And they can't serve me at my mom's, you know? They have to serve me at my home. Somebody, I don't know who, and nobody knows. They've got their name blocked out on the online thing, but I will find out, because as soon as I get home, I'll call up to my sheriff's office and find out who it is. I'm late. I also have to replay. Oh, it's not a whole lot. We're just moaning and groaning about people breaking the law to try to sabotage the gathering of voices. Nothing's going to sabotage the gathering of voices, period. You know? And if they do, they will be sued the shit out of. And I will be going after them for federal charges, because it's a violation of my civil rights. So it's not even, I'm past all of this stuff. I really am. They just wanted content. They wanted to talk about it. They wanted a response from me so they can plaster it up on their screen so they can talk about it and say, ha, 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 ha. But, at the end of the day, the laugh's on them, because you literally had to violate the law. You're having you can't beat somebody by following the law. So you have to violate the law. And I'm not even competing with them. They are so beneath us and so beneath this channel that they're literally on the other, they're on the other side of the freaking tracks. They're the 8 Mile, you know? So it's like, it's going to be easily proven, and they think they're going to cause problems. What problems have they caused for me? Absolutely none. I bet you right now they're doing more work than I am right now at the present time, you know? Just coming in. Hey, Vicky, it's nice to see you. Oh, I am getting tired though. I've been running all day long. All day. I've been running since about 5 o'clock this morning, and it's 6 o'clock. Is that right? Yeah, it's 6 o'clock where I'm at. So, are you in an elevator? No, I just got crappy service. Too bad I don't follow any of them. I would spy it out. Oh, that does remind me. If anybody, I would like all the channels that discuss this thing before anybody knew about it. That's what I'd like to find out, because nobody, unless this has to be associated with the YouTube channels, because how were they able to get this information before anybody else? Like, I didn't know. I found out from social media. So we need to get to the source of it. So send me all the links that have discussed this particular situation, with the whole restraining order or whatever, and ha ha ha, we're going to force her to come to Tennessee and stuff like that. Send all of those to bullhornbetty@gmail.com, bullhornbetty@gmail.com. Any Twitters for my family here that does a lot of Twitter. Find out if anybody was posting about it or anybody has screenshotted it. I want to know exactly who are posting this, because I have a funny feeling that it's all going to go back to one specific channel. I have just a little little inkling that it will. So I know you guys are out there, and they're wanting their clicks and views for the information, the breaking news. So we should be able to uncover who is behind this very quickly. Phil, where are you? You guys. Hey, Ginger Wolf. It's nice to see you. SRK, it's nice to see you as well. Discuss what? Only um I want to know who was talking about my, because we just found out. I just found out like a few hours ago that, because we were getting, I got screenshots a few hours ago that there was a case against me for this restraining order. I'm like, there's no way anybody can get a restraint. I don't threaten people. So, anyways, I was looking into it, and somebody in Tennessee went ahead and sent me some screenshots from their court records. And so there is a case against me, but they're blocking out the plaintiff in it, and they're trying to serve me in Florida. For this case in Tennessee. I don't know how they can possibly say that I'm a threat to them when I was sitting in Florida when they lied under oath. But I digress. I digress. I don't know what's in it. I haven't seen it. But I'm definitely going to be doing a public records request and uncovering who is behind this restraining order. And then they're going to be getting I'm not even going to send them a cease and desist. I'm not required to. I'm just sending them a lawsuit and being done with it. So, but this lawsuit's going to be I'm not even going to play with their county or anything. I'm going straight to the federal route on this one. It's over state lines. I have an option to do local or do federal, but since they were trying to literally willfully violate my civil rights, I think the best court for this would be federal. And I'll be utilizing federal law against them instead of their local law. So no matter how we look at this, whoever signed that document and under penalty of perjury is about to have a wake-up call. So, if I were them, I'd withdraw it, but they're too busy trying to make content by falsely utilizing a court system. So they're just going to have to reap what they sow. Don't know what to say. Watch it, because it could be a fake one as well. No, because I had people check into it and they were able to locate it and get a case number. And so it is absolutely legit. Somebody lied under oath, without a doubt. No question in my mind. So whoever signed those paperwork, I'm getting every single thing together. And as soon as I find out who it is, they're going to be hit with a lawsuit. I'm going to just pay the fee, and I'm going to have it already prepared because I've already got, a template, right? I'm already in a court case similar to it. It's just changing out a bunch of stuff and looking up different laws, the federal laws versus the local laws. So again, they have every right to withdraw it, but I guarantee that they won't. So you want to play? Okay. I can guarantee by the end of this, you won't be too happy, because one thing a judge will not put up with is somebody doing abuse of power in their court. Like it's beyond a pet peeve of a judge, beyond a pet peeve. And I just have to prove the harassment I've been going through, and they're tanked. They're absolutely tanked. Looks like a good reasoning for questioning. Yeah. Can you bring the CPS case to federal? What CPS case? I don't know what CPS. I don't have children. Children's service our state, but oh, okay. You're just asking. Okay, gotcha. When Faith went back to Nina, YCP is still silent because they got some serious problems on their end. Think about it. Chris and Katie got some major problems. A kid went missing in their locked home, and there's no evidence that the boy left their home except some weird flashlights going to an anonymous, unnamed, unmarked car that is just a silhouette in a image. And then you see one flashlight, only one and one only, go back to the house. And it just so happens only one person woke up that morning in that house. They got a lot of problems. I guarantee when they did the reenactment, the cameras would have picked up the officer walking out the front door. I guarantee it. And that's going to be their biggest hurdle for Chris and Katie, because there's no evidence he walked out that front door, but they're adamant that he did because they need him to walk out that door because she screwed up by saying that the windows and doors were locked. because they were so adamant and did not want the forensics done, did not want to make this a big deal, didn't want to make this an abduction type of situation. They wanted to make it look like a runaway. He just up and ran away and nothing to see over here. And it didn't quite work like that for them. And so naturally, Chris and Katie, in a pinch, went straight to the gutter channels for help because they were the only channels that would help them. Because no respectable channel is going to help parents that can't explain or answer a few basic questions. And they were giving everybody a runaround. They weren't answering the few basic questions. Really? I don't know why you thought that. Did you not read did you not see the thumbnail? Actually, here, let me help you out. You don't have to worry about ever coming back here again. There you go. Have a great day. God bless. Don't need you here. Why are why are they sue so many? They're not suing so many. They're literally trying to manipulate the law, illegally manipulate the law to try to prevent the gathering of voices. That's exactly what they're doing. And it's very, very clear what they're trying to do. Because the vigil is on private property, so there's no way that they'd be trying to come there. So the only thing that they're trying to do is stop the gathering of voices. And they have no other way to do it. That's what they're trying to do. So now that we got the motive, we've got the means, and we got the opportunity, well, we got a problem. Oh, I am Team Summer. Don't worry. I already booted her. I pulled a girl's hair at church in junior high. You bad woman, you, Lynn. I wish I could go to Tennessee. We'll be praying. That's okay. We're gonna have some for our we already got a good group. It sounds like that's gonna be here. So I only needed 10, 20 people out there for it to be successful, and we've already got that as we sit right now. So we should be good. Oh, hey, B Betty. I hope you're doing well. No, it seems they're just trying to keep you away from them personally. That's what the restraining order, but they have to have just cause. They had to make up something to get it. And no, this is too convenient that they're trying to do this right before our gathering of voices. So that's what they're trying to do. And it's not going to disrupt the gathering of voices. I agree. Bless your sorrowful soul, or sorrowful heart. Don't let anyone steal your hope. They're not stealing my hope. I think they're stupid idiots, right? What have I been screaming on my platform for literally the last year? These are uneducated idiots with an opinion and a microphone, no class, no content, and absolutely worthless. They're a waste of space on here. All they are is hot air. They wouldn't even know how to investigate. Like, look at them. Every single thing they've done is wrong. Everything they say is a lie. I don't know when people are going to get sick and tired of being lied to and manipulated all the time. But hey, if they're that dumb, then maybe they deserve to be lied to and manipulated all the time. I don't know what to tell them. I know that we've acquired a lot of people from those hate channels because they see the content over here, what real content is, and realizes all they've been doing is stressed out with all the hate and the bitching. Like, people weren't sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Like, they literally, like, some people were telling me I was up all the time because I was trying to watch it for them to get them notes and all this other stuff. And they were telling me how they weren't sleeping, how they were getting ill, how their bodies were starting. Like, these are older ladies and stuff like that. And they said since they left those hate channels, they literally have been able to sleep. And I don't think they realized how much they were just being controlled and used and abused. And it was like, once it came to an end, they said it felt like a release, like a breath of fresh air. That's not my words for it, that's theirs. And I've got several of them that will tell you the same story. It's like a mini cult. Yeah, it is. Because people are lonely on the internet, and I get it. They're lonely and they want to feel a part of something. They want to, oh, thank you, Miss Lee Mama 3. Thank you. Oh, Carmen's mom got it. I love it. I love it. Congratulations, Karma's mom. Oh, yay. I had my son over there in Hendersonville in a group home for disabled, and they do not want to give me his stuff in said group home. Yeah, I don't know about those things. Yeah, I am subscribed from it. It's just too much for sure. Yeah, like literally it's all like and not only that, but it's like literally hours. Like I do like a one and done. Like I'll be on here for like maybe an hour. I'm not gonna sit here for 4 hours bitching about something. I don't have the time, nor do I have the brain space to have that much anger in me, right? So I'm sitting here like I'll have a 1 hour live, right, about this defending myself against this preposterous bullshit, right? Excuse my language, but it is. It's bullshit. And I'm sitting here just laughing at them. Like they're absolutely so stupid. And they don't realize that they're really causing themselves problems into the future because let's face it, if say it's a woman, right? And say she's being abused at home by her man. You think when she goes into court the next time to really need a restraining order, you think she's going to be able or he's going to be able to get it? Probably not, because they already have a path, a path of lying. It's going to be a recorded path of lying to courts. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. And if they are a criminal, if they get charged again, this is going to come back to bite them again, because now they're already on record for lying to courts. So either way you look at it, it's bad. Thank you all for you do. I emailed you about something for Delilah Bean. Oh, okay, GLB. I didn't even read the emails last night. Like Misty told me, I haven't even read my emails. I guess I need to read my emails. That'd probably be a good idea, is to read the emails. Karma's a Grinch. Oh, look at my internet is going to cooperate for a little while. I'm surprised mine's cooperating as good as it's cooperating, quite frankly. JC, I feel you. CPS is lying so much on me. I have like 7 people willing to go to court for me, and I'm not sure how group homes work, but is there an omnibusman or case manager? There has to be a case manager. I don't know any juvenile going to anything without a case manager. They always have somebody facilitating something, you know. What was that? I thought my Okay, let's keep reading. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on, so just bear with me. I'm not from Tennessee, but in Minnesota, the plaintiff is always listed. I wonder how they got that redacted. Well, I'd have to think it's somebody in that community, and they're trying to hide their identity. So, but again, I still have to be a threat to somebody's life or bodily injury, which again, that's a lie. They're attesting to stuff that is absolutely 100% a lie. No matter how you look at it, they perjured themselves. They lied under oath. And if there's a criminal aspect to it, like if they filed an affidavit with the sheriff's office, that's twice. Something you said and someone took it wrong. No, there's no way. They'd have to prove it. They'd have to prove it. And as soon as they go in there, even without me, they're going to have to still prove it and still find justification to keep it going. And they're not going to be able to. Did the Bower Sox get offended? I have only seen one other channel talk about this, and that is coming from Sumner. What channel was it? I'm curious what channel that was, Ginger. Send me the link. I'd like to see it. I can't see booty without my glasses. I know. I do have glasses right next to me. What a struggle. Look at that. I just had to look for them. I'm so blind I can't even see my own glasses. When I was, what were you saying, Miss Lee? When I was in a group growing up, I always had a caseworker. She handled my case every time. Yeah, that's what I've always known, is that anything with children, they have a caseworker. You have given plenty of threats that would be. I would like, you know what? I don't even want to hear you say that. I want you to produce receipts. I want to hear me threaten somebody in somebody's bodily harm or hurting them. You cannot say that me saying I'm coming to a community to do a gathering of voices is considered some type of threat. Okay? Threats are, I'm going to take a gun and go pew pew you. That's a threat. Okay? Nothing like that has ever happened. I don't break the law and I definitely don't threaten people. So cut it out. Okay? Telling somebody that I am coming into a community is not a threat. And you're one of those people that can be in that bus, honey. Just FYI. People are like, don't say that. No, I'm going to say that. Let them make a video about it. Wah. Give them an extra $10 so they can feed their kids a Happy Meal or smoke something, right? It's one or the other. They'd probably smoke something over their kids' Happy Meal. It takes about a month to get you served. Well, they're saying that they want to be in court by the 8th. Like that's in less than a week or right about a week. So it's not about answering the door or not answering the door. I'm not home. I haven't been home since Delilah got attacked. I literally left my home that night. So show the receipts. Exactly. I wish I could put that up there. Show the receipts. People come in here talking mad cash crap, but you know what? Everything's I do is online. So go ahead and put those threatening receipts up. I'd like to see them. I'd like to see them. God, I seriously hate that for you. Just my experience. Well, it's all going to be resolved, and like I said, I'm not stopping. Like you literally tried to use the courts to shut something down. Like, no, that is a clear violation of law. I'm going full floor. I'm going scorch earth on this. I'm going to make sure whoever did it is going to have a heavy cost, so it's never done again. How did he find out so quick? How did Don B find out about it? That's a little problematic for me. No, I think what it is, you know what we're going to find out, Mama? When I find out who did this, we're going to find out that information was fabricated, and they produced fabric, which is even like they went out of their way to fabricate the information. So as soon as I find out what is said and done, then yeah, I'm going to be going after them because there's only two ways to get this, and one would be fabrication of evidence. So you're talking that I think is a felony. Like when you go out, like not. I think that it's only an A class A misdemeanor for lying under oath, but I think actually fabricating evidence for that, I think that might be a felony, but it might just be a high misdemeanor as well. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the laws. So we'll find out. But we will find out who's behind this. Everyone should be grateful that you are keeping Sebastian's name out there. It's crazy to have someone filing protection order when a child is missing because all they're trying to do is seek and destroy. But the problem is that this channel is a hell of a lot smarter than these idiots are. That's why they're felons, right? They couldn't even commit a crime right. And they sure probably can't fabricate evidence very well either. We'll see. We'll see what they got. Bower Sox doing a restraint. I don't think it's the Bower Sox doing the restraining order. They have the Bower Sox literally would have no standing whatsoever to do a restraining order. I don't even hardly talk about Terry except the fact that he stalked me. Maybe that's why he's trying to do the restraining order to justify his stalking because they know I'm going to eventually go after him for that. That's probably what it is, if it is him. But I don't think that they would be stupid enough to give me an avenue like this to sue him. I really don't. But we'll see. We'll absolutely see. But either way, the gathering of voices is going to go forward on August 26th. It's going to be from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Sumner County Sheriff's Department. And that's going to continue to be the case. And I will fill out whatever paperwork I need to fill out with that county to make sure that we have it there from 3 to 12. And I will explain to them everything that I plan on doing. So I sent you a message through how. Why do I keep taking these glasses off when I can't read? Hold on. Let me see here. Oh. Let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to find it. You know, I'm never good at this kind of stuff. Bouncing all the way. Oh, there we go. I knew it. From what I hear, Joneson was the first person to post about this this whole restraining order. I told you it leaded back to one channel only, didn't I? Isn't that kind of funny? Isn't that kind of funny? Can't wait for the find out who this is. How many people want to bet that it's somebody on YouTube? I want to know, you know? That's what I'm hearing. First post was that they saw was on Joneson. BFFs with who? Hmm. Interesting how this always keeps circling back, isn't it? It's funny how this always keeps circling back to one specific group. Every single time I'm in a community, one specific group of people, it always keeps coming back to. Well, Stephanie, I beg to differ. They've been on again, off again, on again, off again. Even Jonas had tried to come over here, and I didn't know how to even take the lady. But if she was the one posting it first, she got it from that side. Period. So I'm curious as to who it is. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. And they think they're going to be able to use the court system in this way. Okay. There's a reason why SF didn't refile or didn't try to serve me the copyright complaint, because as soon as that was served and it was fulfilled, I mean, he had already violated federal law, even signing somebody else's name to it under penalty of perjury that he's that person. But moreover, this is definitely not a good look, and we're going to find out who it is. And once we do, we'll make sure that the world is well aware of who's violating the law specifically, because they can't deny me the opportunity to defend myself. I just happen not to be where they're going to be serving. That's all. A judge will lose their shit if this mess and game played in their courtroom. Oh, yes. You have no earthly idea. I've seen judges. I mean, I've been in courts where judges have absolutely 100% went completely, utterly off the rails over somebody playing games. I mean, look at Leilani's mom. She FO'd and she sat her butt in jail for 10 days. You do not play with a judge. You do not play with a judge. But see, the problem is nobody's made these people, or this is their first time doing something this stupid, which is probably more in line of what I think is going on. They probably were talked into this and they thought it was a good idea. Now they're probably realizing, oh shit, you know, this could go really, really bad, you know. But either way, I don't threaten people. So they manufactured information, and that's all there is to it. There's no way. So we'll see. That's all I got to say. It's multiple creators up to no good. Yep. Oh, thank you, the real me too. It's so nice to see you. It's so nice to see you. I think we're at the end of our live anyways, so I want to thank everybody for being here. But at the end of the day, whatever game they're playing, just had a colossal fail. Okay. And not only that, it wasn't, Emma says it wasn't Johnson. Well, we're going to find out who's responsible for this. We usually find out very quickly because they just they couldn't contain themselves, right? They couldn't contain themselves. They had to because they just knew, right? They just knew where I was. Okay, like I'm going to be telling everybody where I'm at. That's funny. I think we learned our lesson the first go round, didn't we? Have you seen what the Hales feed, what they're going through? No. When's that? Are you talking? Is there a hailstorm somewhere? What the Hales feed? I don't know what the Hales feed is. I can tell you who was first if you want me to name. Yes, Emma, I'd like to know who it was if you're willing to. if you're willing to. That's the funny part. They assumed you were going into Tennessee and just pulled out the old. Yeah, they're idiots. I've been playing this game. I've been playing with their dirty shit for so long. I was hoping that it was over. Clearly, it's not. But I'm always one step ahead. I can tell you that. The only thing they're doing a good job of getting the subject off of Sebastian. They are. But that's okay. You know what? After this bitch session, guess what we always do? We go right back to talking about Sebastian. You know, this doesn't hold us down. This doesn't stop the mission. This doesn't stop our plans. This isn't just a bunch of incompetent idiots that once again failed. I wonder if they get sick and tired of being a public failure to every single person that they see and know. You know, it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. So, but once again, public failure, complete, utter public failure. Just like them, complete and utter public failure. Can't even get jobs at freaking, like if they didn't have YouTube, these people would probably be homeless because like nobody would hire them with their background. I'm glad I'm glad that my puppy's okay too. You should watch the Lore Lodge. Oh, I did. I saw the one on that. Sorry, Team Summer, I wrote it. She can see it. I don't email people. Hold on. Let me see. Emma. I don't see any other place that you wrote it. Hold on. Where is it? Did you write it? You can tell me. I'd like to know. You should watch the Lore Lodge. Okay, I got that one. Can self help you with court? No, there's nothing to help me with court. I don't see your comment. I don't see it either. She didn't. I don't see it. Okay. Well, we'll wait until she responds. Maybe she'll tell us. Maybe she won't. I don't know. But it doesn't really matter. They can either tell me. I'm going to find out who did it anyways. So it's like, you know, the gig is going to be up sooner or later. You can only. Truth was the first one. So then you're looking at the still the same group, Cleminati. That's who would have most likely have done it then. We'll find out. And yeah. I think, don't they have money? They have some money, don't they? They look like they work and they live in a. Doesn't she drive something nice? Channel called Truth, Not Your Feelings. Illuminati was on there. And there you have it. And there you have it. So, hope I can't wait. But I tell you, we can track this stuff down very quickly on these streets, very, 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 very quickly, and it still comes right back to the whole response. So we know who's truly behind it, who the puppet master is, right? And it's not Illuminati. Illuminati's not smart enough. Just saying. So they were the first. Okay. That's what I knew it was going to come back to that whole group. I knew it was going to come back to that whole group. So he must have gotten it back somehow. Yeah. Hey, Sonia, it's nice to see you. Aw, well, we're sorry to hear that, Lynn. I've got a puppy because it just makes me feel good. I don't really have anybody else. Not at the moment. Not nor do I want one. Nor do I want anything at the moment. I mean, I'm just still trying to recover from everything that I've been put through. And you know what? I got to tell you, baby girl's helping me get through it. And you know what? I love her just as much as she loves me. And she probably loves me more now that I saved her life. Like she was so, I don't, every time I think about it, my head just gets into the bad spot because I was, all in a split second. But that's okay. I guess actually, you know what? The only person that really has even remotely a leg to stand on in the courts for me is those dogs across the streets because I publicly stated that if those dogs come in my yard, I'm fearing for my safety and my dog's safety, and there are going to be some dead dogs. So I mean, that's about as much of a threat as I put on my channel. And I made sure when I talked to Animal Services, she told me I'm within my rights to do so after what just happened. So again, the only person that now has a dog in the fight, literally, is the dogs. Yep. We all know where it came from. We all knew. We all know. We all know. So let me guess, she's gonna. Oh, full-born Betty! What a liar! Really? Okay. Still going down it. I haven't even gotten into Discovery, which I'm planning on freaking. I'm going to be requesting her history from Google. I'll give her an opportunity to give it over to me, but I don't trust anything she gives her attorney or anything she gives me. So I'm just going to get it straight from her internet service provider. So there's no misconstruing of where she's been and what she's been doing. Even if she's been on those VPNs, it'll show access to the VPN. You know, this is the day and age we need to protect ourselves. Yep. So my fur baby is best friends and the most loyal. Yeah, she hasn't left. She's been very, very clingy. Like she was already clingy, and you guys know I was just trying to get her kind of, not so clingy because I want her to be able to play by herself. I wanted her to self-soothe and, be a dog. And I'm not a dog. I play with her, 20, 30, 40 minutes during sittings. I think I play with her like 4 or 5 times, probably 20 minutes each, I would say, sometimes 10, depending on how much work I have. But I'm always stopping throughout the day to play with her. And so throughout those other times when I can't play with her, she needs to play by herself, and I'm just finally getting her to get a little bit of independence. And then boom, this happened, you know? So but she'll get better, I'm sure of it. They use BHB for content. If she went away for 2 weeks, they would be crazy. BHB as well as Ernie Shell, but Ernie wouldn't be missed at all. I had to turn Ernie off after that whole taser thing. I haven't watched him again because that mortified me. I watched that live and I'm trying to help him and I was trying to tell law enforcement and we saw them do that. And that was enough for me. I couldn't, like, anxiety wise and stuff like that. Like I have, I love him to death. I wish him the best in the world. But after that, I will never watch him again. I will not associate with him. That was too traumatic. It was very hard for me to watch. And I never want to see that again. Oh, nothing's wrong with her. She almost got mauled by my neighbor's dogs. They came into the yard because the neighbors let them out of their house loose and then left. And their dogs are mean and bite our neighbors and bite people. They run in people's yards and start biting them. Like, that's my property, not yours. Like, you know where your piss is, and it isn't on my property. So go to yours, But, and I usually didn't, I didn't say anything. But when they came after Delilah and terrified her so horribly and terrified me, quite frankly, that was it. I had it. That those dogs had bitten too many people. And then I find out after the fact that Glenn literally watched the male let the dogs out, and then he got in the car with his girlfriend or his wife and drove off. Like, they intentionally let the dogs out, these mean ass dogs, unattended and not on a leash, and left the area. Hey, Jen, it's nice to see you. I hope everything's going well. Yeah, she's fine. She didn't get hurt. I'm the one that got hurt. I got the brunt of it because where she was kind of cornered, so I just put my body in front of her so the dogs couldn't get her. And but I had never seen her sit like her eyeballs. Like she's a chihuahua, but she's got cute little sweet eyes, and her eyeballs were literally like protruding out of her head. She was terrified. It's something I never want to see in my dog again, ever. And I hope her dogs are classified as vicious because her dogs are vicious. As little as they absolutely are vicious. And from what I heard, she had to take them down to the animal shelter, or turn over all their vaccination cards or something like that. I can't remember. My neighbor was telling me about it today. So, oh, excuse me, it is what it is. All right, guys, I'm gonna step out and smoke my vape and get back to work. It's about getting back to work, and the video was traumatic. It absolutely was. It was awful. It was awful. But I went back and looked at it, and you could barely see it when with the car and the glare on the other phone. You couldn't even see really what happened. So I might. Do I have it on here? Actually, I might be able no, because I don't really want. You know what? Hold on a second. Might be able to give you guys a better. Just bear with me. If you guys don't see my face, I'm looking at something right now. I'm going to see if I can pull it up so you guys can get it. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. Actually, I probably won't because I keep forgetting I have prep service right now. So, yeah, you ran fast as hell. I did. I did a freaking nosedive. I mean, I literally like just I jammed my knee up. My knee hurts, but not near. I must have hit. I don't know. It gyrated the bones more than anything. It gyrated the bones. So my body was aching the next morning more than my knees. So I don't know. I like I say, I have degenerate disc disease and some other bone and neurological other issues, and it's just when I don't know how I twisted my body or what, but I did something. It hurts. Betty handled that crazy mom and daughter. She can handle this. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got everything under control. I'm not really too worried about it. It was a low blow that's going to backfire. I can guarantee that. There's not a lot of things I can guarantee, but I definitely can guarantee that. Actually, Lynn, we're not going to be doing a fundraiser for me, but I am going to be doing a fundraiser for something else, probably within the next week that I hope you guys support. It's for a good cause, and I'll talk about it whenever I can. I'm not ready to talk about it yet. So there is that. All right, guys, I love you. God bless you. Know I'm okay, and know they're not going to trash our gathering of voices, and how dare them trying with this nonsense. And I can promise you, and I will promise you, whoever is behind this is going to backfire like what on them? Like a firecracker. It's going to backfire. And they broke the law. And that's all there is to it. So, you can't keep breaking the law and expecting people for this. And I want to make sure that this person can never do this again to another person without being properly documented that they have lied before the court already and they are willing to do it again. So as soon as I find out everything that's going on, we will let the audience know. But I am definitely going to be pushing for perjury and lying under oath. No matter how we look at this, that's the way it's going to be going. Abusive process, I'm going to be raising that. There's a lot of stuff at my disposal with what they've done. And we'll see how this all plays out. But I can guarantee they will not be able to serve me before the 8th. And if they want to keep rocking this boat, then I'm going to demand a permanent injunction against this, and I will do that personally at the courthouse. So I appreciate it. Thank you, Rachel. I do appreciate it. Anybody else that has any information related to who has been passing this stuff around, we need to source the origin of it. and then we'll be able to determine who was behind it, and then we'll move from there. So once I get some information, I've already submitted my public record request. So as soon as I get those in, I will let you know, and we'll move from there. But they've got to prove it's a lot more than just saying, it's a lot more than just saying. You have to prove your case. And they're not going to be able to prove it because it's a lie. It's all a lie. So we'll keep going down this road. And as soon as another court action is filed, then I'll let you guys know. So rock it out with your coffee beans out. We are here for truth. We are here for transparency. And more importantly, we're here for the victims of these crimes, not petty bull. I'm so jealous of her. Why can't we stop her? Oh my God, because you guys are criminals. That's why you can't stop me. Okay. You're the evil of this shithole. Okay. Trust me, if it wasn't for people like my channel and other channels like mine, this would be a dark place. So thank you for the ray of sunshine. Aggressively. All right, guys, I love you. God bless. Rock it out with your coffee beans out. Until next time, be safe.